Hello friends, this is Nitin and I welcome you to my startup podcast channel Jazair Audio where we share real stories with real learnings. So under Jazair Audio, this is the Startup Guru sub-series in which the relative podcast will carry the 1 to 2 minutes of sheer wisdom, practical tips or advice which has been extracted from the book or LinkedIn post of various gurus from the global startup ecosystem.
Vani Kola is the founder and managing director of Kalari Capital, one of India's leading early-stage venture capital firms. Having been a 2x entrepreneur in Silicon Valley, Vani has successfully led more than 30 investments, with some of her successes include Dream 11, Myntra, Purifit, and Snapdeal. This podcast is an excerpt of her LinkedIn post, 7 tips to pick a right co-founder. Here are those. Tip 1. Find a co-founder within your inner network, for example your classmate or a colleague you have worked with. The best co-founder relationship necessitates deep trust, which is based on history of the relationship. Tip 2. Before picking up a co-founder, have a frank and direct conversation with them. Discuss each one's roles and responsibilities, equity stake, and who can decide on what. It's this clarity which enables long-term relationship. Tip 3. It's important that you and your potential co-founder should have a common vision, work ethics, and goal setting. These are prerequisites to build and start up with a great culture. Tip 4. Have a frank discussion on each other's strengths and shortcomings. Do a SWOT analysis on founder market fit, and get outside help to resolve or mitigate any gaps if found. Tip 5. Pick a co-founder, preferably from a different background and with different strengths that complement yours. For example, if one co-founder is building the product, the other co-founder sells the product. This complementary approach is a perfect model for many startups. Tip 6. Disagreements and differences are inevitable, but you must respect and support each other. Your startup's success will immensely depend on your ability to make necessary compromises that are in the better interests of the business. Tip 7. Finally, get a mentor or a go-to advisor or board member whom you all can trust. Every co-founder needs to maintain their cool in the face of the rough times. Often such dire situations necessitates to have an outside support from mentors or board advisors.
So, with this, we have reached the end of this podcast. Are you a founder of an early-stage startup and looking to raise funding? Get your startup investor ready before even you start pitching to your prospective investors. For know-how, please visit www.jazzaro.in. That is www.jasaro.in.